All right, just a quick Valsartan update. Brett Vaughn is here. He is the lead scientific lawyer on the Valsartan case. There's a lot going on. You have a new judge in Valsartan. Give us the summer 2024 update on the Valsartan litigation, Brett.
Yeah, we actually just got back from our first hearing with Judge Bum, who's the new judge in the Valsartan litigation. So we're up in Camden, New Jersey with her. It was a fantastic first case management conference. It went for a full 8 hours, which is the longest case management conference I've ever had in a litigation. Her stamina was amazing, the amount that she had got her head around already in the litigation, and she just went through and started knocking out motions in limine. So that's basically what our side or what their side can or cannot say or argue when we go to trial. And that those are important to get rulings on for us to be able to prep for trial and for each side to have an idea of what they're going to be able to say and the strengths and the weakness of their case. It's kind of hard to come to an agreement on the strengths or weaknesses of one side's case when you don't know what you're going to be able to argue or not. And so she gave us a lot of clarity there. I think that's really come a long ways, and we're still digesting everything with that. But one of the things I was most hopeful about was that she told us the November trial date's on. Now, there's no question we're having a November trial, and we're going to pick a jury. I believe it was October 30th. It was 29th or 30th. So we're going to pick a jury right before Halloween, and then right afterward, we're going to go ahead with the first trial. So she seems gun blazing, and that's what we want on the plaintiff side. We want to get to trial and show them what we got.
And the allegations in the first trial, this is not a personal injury trial, but it's part of the Valsartan MDL at large. Am I understanding that right?
That is correct. So this first one is what's called a TPP trial, or a third-party payer trial. Judge Kugler, our prior judge, thought that this would be a good one to go first on because the damages are more ascertainable. So, in a PI or a personal injury case, you have to be able to. It's harder to understand how much is a certain injury worth. Whereas on this third-party payer case, this is what the insurance companies paid for the drugs, and those dollars and cents are pretty easy to ascertain. So we can say, the insurance companies paid $1 billion for these drugs that were contaminated with carcinogens. We think they should get that money back. And the reason it's nice having that trial go first, besides just the damage side, there's other things that can get ruled on that will apply to the PI cases or the personal injury cases in the future. And so it streamlines those cases more as well. So we're very excited about this upcoming trial.
So we got 3 months till your first Valsartan trial.
Well, my question is, what does that mean for the claimants? Like, why is this so significant?
First, I would say it's a massive pressure point against the defendants. When I was talking about, insurance companies paying $1 billion for these drugs, that wasn't hyperbole. They've paid billions of dollars for these contaminated drugs. That's a whole lot of money for them to be risking to go to trial where they could get popped for all of that, plus punitive damages, because, our plan is to show that at least the Chinese company knew the entire time what they were doing and still sent it here. And we think that's going to warrant a very large punitive damage award. We compare that to the cases that are on file for personal injury. We're looking at about 1,500 cases right now. And you can kind of do the math yourself, but to get to multiple billions of dollars, those would be very, very large case values. And so having these all kind of together, we think is good for the personal injury side, as well as putting more pressure on the defendants there as we develop all the rest of the case and the rulings, as far as, what our experts can say. Can they say this is adulterated? Can their experts say it's adulterated or not adulterated? There's still some questions out there. We have hearings coming up in the next couple months to, it's called Daubert hearings, for the judge to meet a few of the experts and decide what they're going to be able to say and not say.
We'll look forward to hearing from you post Daubert and then right before trial on that.
Awesome. Thanks, Robert.